Okay, guys, I'm gonna show you a Kronos Crush strategy that I learned from Boyd. Now, this was in quick match, 1800 range, so obviously we're not super pro, but still a good showcase. And normally with Kronos Crush, you go Prometheans. So you spam out Prometheans and then you kind of harass with those. But the big difference with this one is that we're going to be spamming oracles instead. We're going to valor oracles and then we're going to manually heroize them. Reason being is because Egypt spams priests, so they can just counter your myth units early, very easily. But it's the same build order. 5 to food, and then you age up Prometheus ASAP. So the earliest I've seen it done is like 230, but I probably did like 240 here. But you can get it down to 230, and then you get a 330 age up, which is pretty nuts. Speed it up a bit. Even though I'm not making the eco guild at the beginning, make sure you send a hunt, because villagers and citizens always gather faster from the hunt. Now I'm just making a manor temple. That's it. And then as soon as I hit 400, I'm going to age up. About 240 it looks like. Yep. So now I'm going up. So when I get about a fourth of the way to Prometheus, I'm going to switch my eco. So now I have 5 on food, but I'm switching it to 2 gold, 2 wood, and 1 food. And then when I hit classical, I'm gonna send all my new citizens to food. And then after you get like 4 or 5 on food, then you just balance your economy out from there. At the same time, I've grouped my scouts or my oracles together after I found like the nearby hunt and stuff, and I'm gonna valor them. And the reason why I moved them over here is because he spotted me. So just moving them out of the way. I'm going to shift my temple over, but not too close, because I don't want him to destroy it with his villagers. That's a possibility. Could have brought it over sooner, but oh well. So now I'm just pushing him off the hunt. And to make another Promethean for some reason, but you should just make oracles. New to food. Okay, so I deconned the watchtower here, just so I could jump right on the gold mine without worrying about the arrow fire as much. And then what you're gonna see me do from here on out is just kind of like bob in and out here. So I'm constantly pressuring this, but I'm not losing too many units at the same time. Now I'm just retreating, and I'm making more oracles, and I'm manually heroizing them. And I'm just hitting his wood line, backing away again because I'm going to lose too many units. Now, for some reason, he decides to go back to the same hunt, which I spotted before, when he could have gone for this. And I didn't even scout it, so he could have gone away with it. So it was definitely a big mistake by him. So I just push him off it again. Now what you're going to see me do is start to mix in my normal units. This is Mermilla and Turba. I'm going to shift these buildings over. And that's going to round out my army. Yep. So I should have gone to here, just to remind you. Instead he's going on farms for some reason. So now, at this stage of the game, having like 12 hero oracles, Mermilla and Turma, that's going to be enough to push through this. A classical Egyptian, which doesn't have a strong early game. Yeah, so I'm just going to be able to win here straight up. So I chose the decon of Barrack as my second decon, just to reduce his numbers down a bit. And then this was the second big mistake he made, was trying to fight back with his villagers. And then he just loses a ton of villagers here, which is kind of the point of no return. I don't know why he did this, but that's what happened. And yeah, he just lost too much there, in my opinion. That was kind of GG right there, but it still keeps going for a bit. And I'm just, you know, when you're doing all this, don't forget to manage your economy. You want to have like a relatively even number of citizens on each resource, which is what I got going on here. And I'm taking the second TC because I'm winning. I'm just constantly applying the pressure. At this point, I could think about going heroic, but I kept looping units, so I kind of forgot about it. But you can get to heroic around this time of the game, which is 13 minutes, 12 minutes, and stop reducing if you're winning. So just keep that in mind. Just checking the other gold mine. But he actually managed to sneak over to this one, which I didn't think about. So whenever you're playing Atlantean, especially doing a strat like this where it's very all-in, glass cannon, make sure to keep tabs on all the nearby gold mines that he can sneak to. Now I'm just kind of everywhere. I should be going heroic. Now I am, because I'm making an armory. I could have done it earlier, but it's not the end of the world. That'll just seal the game once I hit heroic. I'm going for a third TC. Get my eco guild up. It's gonna be the game any second now. Yep. Alright. I hope you enjoyed. So you definitely want to consider this strategy when you're playing Kronos on a map where there's no high hunt, especially if it's not high hunt, because you just deny the little hunt the opponent has, then that's kind of a big deal. And the Oracle spam, the Oracle